Hey everyone, we got some great news for Tesla stock investors. Finally, it's been a brutal year for Tesla stock investors, and great news is more than welcome here finally for Tesla stock investors that have seen the stock price plummet, sales and deliveries down in the most recent quarterly update. And so this news, which I'll cover in this video, was great and it's a relief. So let's jump right into it. Let's see what it is, what it could mean for Tesla stock investors, and why you should care.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
I mentioned the big news. The stock price is already reacting after hours. It's up 4.6% following normal day trading where the stock price was down 3.63%. Today, Tesla refuted a report that said it's scrapping plans for its lower cost vehicle. It also was slashing prices on inventory, and that led the stock price to fall during regular day trading time. But then it announced after hours, Elon Musk saying on Twitter, or on X now I should say, that Tesla will reveal its Robotaxi product on August 8th. Tesla will reveal its Robotaxi product on August 8th, CEO Elon Musk said in a social media post on X. That news sent the stock price up nearly 5% after hours following these comments by the CEO. But remember, in 2015, Elon Musk told shareholders that Tesla cars would achieve full self-driving autonomy within 3 years. That was in 2015. And then in 2016, he said Tesla would be able to send one of its cars on a cross-country drive without requiring any human intervention by the end of the following year. That was in 2016. Here we are today in 2024, and Tesla is nowhere near full self-driving, right? And so take this news with a grain of salt. Remember, all Elon Musk is saying here, very carefully saying that Tesla will reveal its Robotaxi product on August 8th. So this might just be another one of those appearances where Tesla CEO Elon Musk is on stage with a car, maybe just driving around in circles on itself, something like that. It doesn't mean that it's going to be on the roads ready to generate revenue for Tesla, right? It just means that it's going to reveal the product. It's going to bring it out. It might have a demonstration and it might have a show. There's probably going to be a lot of press. There's going to be a lot of hype and hoopla, as is usual with these cases. And I would unfortunately assume there's going to be little substance here. There's going to be a lot of show, a lot of marketing, which Elon Musk has been great at marketing and overselling and under-delivering. So keep that in mind. I don't want Tesla stock investors to get too enthusiastic about this because, like I just showed you before, Elon Musk and Tesla have been notorious for over-promising and under-delivering, lifting up the stock price through hype instead of tangible results. That's been a great skill in Tesla and Elon Musk, is acquiring that premium valuation through hype and not having to demonstrate very much, just telling investors, look, in the future, we're going to do all these things and it's going to be great. We're going to sell 20 million cars and we're going to do this and we're going to have robots and we're going to be artificial intelligence and all that stuff. Meanwhile, in its latest quarter, production and delivery numbers are down. Revenue is actually probably decreasing for the company, and it's still trading at a forward price to earnings of 40.65. 40.65. I want you to take this into consideration. I have here comparison with Microsoft, Ford, GM, and NVIDIA, right? Ford, GM, NVIDIA, Microsoft. So you have tech companies here and you have car companies here. So whether you think Tesla is a car company or whether you think Tesla is a tech company that deserves a premium valuation, regardless, Tesla is more expensive than even the highest flying tech stock, NVIDIA. Tesla is trading at a 33% premium, more than 33% premium to NVIDIA. So Tesla is 33% more expensive than NVIDIA. When NVIDIA is growing revenue and profits by over 100%, and Tesla is having its revenue and profit likely stagnating or perhaps even decreasing. So keep that in mind here. I don't want investors to get tricked into this hope and this enthusiasm, as Elon Musk has been so good at doing, and driving increases in the valuation of the stock before there's any substance there. So keep that in mind. Now, longer term, it's very likely that Tesla will achieve autonomous driving, full autonomous driving. Now, whether that's in a few years, that remains to be seen. The biggest hurdle, in my opinion, is going to be regulatory. The biggest hurdle is going to be regulatory and not so much the technology, because the technology, they're going to be good at delivering. It's the regulatory issues that's going to be difficult. And according to estimates, the autonomous car market size is estimated to be $41 billion in 2024. Just $41 billion. That's a relatively small market size. And it's expected to reach $114 billion by 2029, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 22.75%. From that point on, it's likely to continue growing as vehicles become more and more autonomous, right? They become actual driverless cars where you don't need to even have a steering wheel, a gas pedal, brake pedal, and folks can sit in the back seat and the car will drive itself, and you won't need to have intervention, and there'll be fewer errors and regulatory issues will be mitigated. So that's the estimate market size by the year 2029. So even by 2029, the total addressable market is not that large. And then remember, Tesla's not going to be capturing a large share of this market anyway. In 2024, Tesla's going to produce somewhere around 2 million vehicles on a good year if everything works out in its favor. Last year it produced 1.8 million. So a 10%, roughly 10% growth this year would be friendly to think about, when so far in the first quarter Tesla was down year over year, roughly mid-single digits. And so it's not even growing right now. So assuming that it will grow is a friendly estimate. So even if it does achieve 2 million units for 2024, total vehicle sales worldwide are going to be somewhere around 90 million units. So Tesla is a tiny fraction of the overall car market. So a tiny fraction of the overall car market, this autonomous vehicle car market is going to be spread through various providers of this technology. Tesla is arguably behind here. Google's Waymo, GM has Cruise. They've all had setbacks. Companies in China are further ahead, in my opinion, and the regulatory situation is more favorable in China. So put this into perspective and understand that it's not yet going to drive big gains for Tesla in terms of revenue, cash flow, or profitability, but it could drive big gains in the stock price because of the hype and the enthusiasm that could propel buying in Tesla stock. Again, Elon Musk has been great at fueling stock price increases with relatively little. I shouldn't say relatively little. It's achieved a lot in the electric vehicle market space, but little outside of that. So with that, it's been able to achieve strong valuation, forward price to earnings of 40.65, compared to all these other companies, even achieving a stronger valuation than Nvidia. So even if you think of Tesla as completely a tech stock, it's trading at more expensive valuation than Nvidia. So even if you acknowledge that, if not, then Tesla should be closer to Ford and GM at forward price to earnings of 4.8 and 7.2. But if you think of it as a tech stock, okay, maybe it should trade at a forward price to earnings closer to 30, like that of Microsoft or Nvidia. Certainly a forward price to earnings of 41 or 40.65 seems stretched for Tesla. And that's not even accounting for this increase, this aftermarket hours increase of 4.21%. So while this news is good, it's great news for Tesla stock investors that they're seeing progress on the Robotaxi front. I want to caution Tesla stock investors not to get too excited about it, to wait for tangible results here, because how many times are you going to get into this same situation where Elon Musk overpromises and underdelivers, right? Since 2015, he's saying that they would have achieved full self, full autonomy in 3 years. That was in 2015, so they should have achieved it in 2018. In 2016, he said 1 year. 1 year, or end of the following year, end of 2017, so let's say 2018. So it should have achieved it 6 years ago. And here we are in 2024, and we're going to get a introduction, a reveal of the product. We're going to get a reveal of the Robotaxi product. So take it with a grain of salt. Don't get too excited. Don't let this fuel any unsubstantiated enthusiasm, because this has been done before and they've been delayed and delayed and delayed. So it is great news, but take it with a grain of salt. Don't get ahead of yourself here. Remain cautious. Remember that Tesla stock price is already incorporating that the company's going to achieve this full self-driving and generate billions in revenue and profit and cash flow from this market product. It's already accounting for that in the valuation. Otherwise, why would Tesla stock be trading at a forward price to earnings that's 6 times, 5, 6, 7 times the valuation of GM and Ford? It's obviously accounting for some of those positive aspects, the technology aspects of Tesla, right? And that includes the driverless car technology. And so some of that is already priced into the valuation. So this isn't something that's not already accounted for. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.